Here's what stood out during the 49ers' 12th practice of training camp: the quarterback play. It was a rough day for Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo rarely pushes the ball beyond 10 yards, yet still has issues with turnovers. This would be an issue again today, as the veteran had 2 interceptions and would have had another if K'Waun Williams had not been taken out by Dre Greenlaw. Both of Garoppolo's interceptions, and also that near interception by Williams, would come after the first read had been taken away. On the first interception, Garoppolo looked to his right, and after a pump fake, tried to dump the pass over the middle. The ball would be batted up in the air by the interior of the 49ers defensive line, and Dre Greenlaw would happily gather it in. Garoppolo's second interception would come on his last throw of the day. As happened with that first interception, Garoppolo initially looked to his right, but found his receivers well covered. As pressure would force him off to his left, he would try to fit the ball in to Deebo Samuel, who had run a curl route, only to have Jason Verrett, who had seen the play coming the whole way, step in front of Samuel for the interception. Trey Lance would finish the day 15 of 19, and for the second time in training camp, would run a play with the starting offense. Lance had a pair of really nice throws which demonstrated the difference that he brings to the 49ers offense from Garoppolo. During the early team session, Lance would face pressure up the middle and get flushed out of the pocket to his right. Instead of just taking off on a scramble, Lance would find Brandon Aiyuk streaking across the field and hit the second-year receiver in stride for a nice gain. The second big play from Lance highlighted the difference between the third-year pick in this year's draft and Garoppolo like none other. One play after Garoppolo would overthrow Brandon Aiyuk on a deep throw down the right sideline, Lance would run the same play, but he'd hit Deebo Samuel in stride, about 45 yards downfield. The day wasn't entirely clean for Lance, though. The one issue that has been nagging the rookie is fumbles, and today was no exception. During a move the ball period, a miscue by Lance would result in the shotgun snap bouncing off his chest, and the defense would recover the fumble to end the drive. It is getting to the point in which Lance needs to start getting reps in practice with the first team. He is continuously making plays for the second team offense despite dealing with a lack of pass protection. By giving Lance reps with the first team, the rookie will be able to continue his development and truly show that if he is ready to give the 49ers the best chance to win. Jason Verrett. You might remember that yesterday I pointed out Verrett's stellar play through camp. Well, that continued again today, with the veteran making his presence felt with that interception of Jimmy Garoppolo that I mentioned earlier. Dre Greenlaw. The third-year linebacker has been good throughout training camp. Today, Greenlaw flashed the ability to stop the run and the pass. Greenlaw had a few nice stops in the run game, the best coming when he filled the gap to wrap up Raheem Mostert at the line of scrimmage on a run to the offense's left side. Greenlaw would be in the right place at the right time later on to pick off a throw from Jimmy Garoppolo that had been tipped by the interior of the 49ers defense. Greenlaw was ready for the play, having spent time working on catching the ball alongside fellow linebacker Fred Warner, while during special teams period was taking place at the beginning of practice. Kentavius Street. As has been the case throughout training camp, Street is very impressive again today. During the one-on-one period with the offensive line, Street would get the better in 3 of his 4 matchups, and that would continue during team drills, when Street would get the best of the 49ers offensive line to continually put pressure on the quarterback, and also dropped Raheem Mostert for a loss on a run to the left side on one play. Aaron Banks. The rookie right guard still has a way to go before he is able to crack the starting lineup, but the second-round pick showed some good things today. Banks looked very good during the one-on period, losing only to Kentavius Street. No shame in that. Street may be the best interior pass rusher right now among the 49ers defensive linemen in the middle. During the late team period, Banks would do a very good job of working with right tackle Tom Compton to handle a stunt from the defensive front. This protection allowed Trey Lance the time to drive a deep out to Trent Sherfield to convert a 3rd and long situation. JaMycal Hasty. The second-year running back had another strong showing. Hasty has displayed a toughness to go along with his shifty running style to grind out 4 to 5 yards per carry today. The 49ers running back room is very talented, which may end up with Hasty being cut and having to get on the practice squad. Injury concerns. Arik Armstead and Jalen Hurd returned to practice today, and both took part in team drills. Meanwhile, Samson Ebukam and Azeez Al-Shaair were both seen working on the side as they tried to work their way back onto the field. Additions. The 49ers safety group has been pretty thin, and this has led to the 49ers to signing a former first-round draft pick, safety HaHa Clinton-Dix. Dix played previously with Green Bay, Washington, and Chicago, but did not play in 2020 after being a late cut by the Dallas Cowboys.